When I was handed the key to this door 5 years ago, I had no idea how much my life was going to change. It was on this day 5 years ago that I started moving into my RV. No, the door was not blue then. It is now, and I'm going to change that. I eventually want to paint my little RV and make her look really, really pretty. She's a 1981 carriage, and she's 35 feet long. She's a fifth wheel, and the bedroom is in the fifth wheel. This is the deck that, after living here for a couple of years and fearful of falling down the steps, I wanted something that I could have a space to walk around on before I hit the steps after leaving the front door. So the Lord put this picture in my mind, and my next door neighbor and I executed this deck. It is a screened-in porch. I made the steps first, and those were snug up against the RV there for 2 years, and those were the steps I was afraid I was going to die on. I didn't have a handrail on there. So the deck was the next thing that we did, and I absolutely love my deck. It is covered. When it snows, I don't have snow all over the place. Some does seep in here and there, but overall it stays pretty dry in here. I used clamps. I couldn't believe it when I made this thing. Everything just worked perfectly, and these clamps are just holding this tarp up against the RV. All right, so let's go inside, and I want to show you this. My best friend in Sacramento sent me that. I made that, and I bought that at a thrift store for 12 bucks. So come on in, and I will describe what my home looked like 5 years ago. So here we go. As I walked through the door, what I walked into was old shag carpet as far as the eye could see, and brown walls as far as the eye could see. Well, 5 years later, none of that still remains. Welcome to my home. I have done a ton of work in this home, from the wallpaper to the bricks on the walls, which is really fun to do, to the chair rail that I put up, to the shelves that I created above the soffits, which I'm going to now do with actual plywood. Those shelves are saggy in the back because I used foam core. But I can't believe that they didn't think to do this when they built this trailer. This is what everything looked like when I moved in. Everything was this right here. Brown, 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 brown. So when I first moved in, I did a lot of furniture changes in this place. I had a couch, then I didn't have a couch, then I had a recliner, then I didn't have a recliner, and I had a small sofa and a chair, and then I didn't have a small sofa and a chair. Deborah Joy, can you relate to what I am saying right now? Talk about changes. This piece came in with me. I had very large furniture when I first moved into this space, and I tried to cram it in here, and it was insane. So it moved into my daughter's home, and I tried to get as much floor space in here as I possibly could. So I have finally achieved that goal by having only one chair in my living room. So if you want to come and visit, there you go. That's where you're going to sit right there. So over here is, I love this table. I've had this table for years, and I'm getting ready to change it up. I'm thinking about doing a Mod Podging some fabric on it and changing it up. Leave a comment below what you think about that. And sorry for the darkness in here, but I'm going with natural light. These are frames that I've done that were Dollar Tree frames, and some pictures that I've taken are in those three right there. I created that. Here's another shelf. None of these shelves were here. I put foam core together and contact paper and hot glued them onto here. I made that little key holder I just got these curtains right here. I absolutely love them. They're supposed to be a Roman shade. They have little rings going down both sides, but they didn't provide me with any kind of a drawstring, and I don't know how they're supposed to work. If anybody knows how to do one of these, would you let me know in the comments below? I have no clue. I have to get another another curtain because I thought I ordered two, but I didn't. I want it to look very cottagey. I hope I'm achieving that goal. So my fireplace is extraordinarily loud. I would turn it on for you, but it is so loud it's just horrible. So I had to stick to the small furniture that I had before I moved in here, and this is one of the items that I had. This thing has been in every room of the house, which there are two. There's a well, no, there are three. There's a bathroom, a bedroom, and a living room. No room for anything in the kitchen. That's been in all three. It's been in the hallway, it's been down here, it's been up there. I've moved my furniture so much in this house, it isn't even funny. The curtains, I love these curtains. I just got these too, trying to make it look more country in here. Deborah Joy motivated me to do all this, you see. The new stuff with the country stuff. So moving into the kitchen. In the kitchen, the only thing that has changed in here is all the wallpaper that's on the walls I put up. The refrigerator, the cabinets. I put new door pulls on all of the doors and cabinets. The door pulls were just really ugly and old. Here's another shelf up here. You can tell I didn't use the same contact paper because my Dollar Tree didn't have that kind. This is my puppy that I had to have put to sleep a long time ago. Cupcake. I'm wanting to bring some plants into the house. I've gotten rid of a lot of things in my living room, and I've opened up space to be able to do that. And with these new curtains in here, I'm going to have a lot more natural light coming in. So I think I'll be able to support a few plants. Yay, I'm excited. Looking at the floor, everything in the house, the whole everything, all of it was this right here. I didn't need a mop. So I left my wonderful cedar spin moppy thingy at my daughter's house because I only had carpet in this place. Well, that has all changed. This was carpeted. I've now tiled it. The carpet leading up into my bedroom, I want to get rid of that. I've got the tiles, the floor sitting there waiting to go. That is a water bottle right there because I didn't have any water for a few days. This is my bathroom, which I absolutely adore my bathroom. I really do. I just love this wallpaper. The guy that came in and fixed my problem with the water, hi there. He says to me, I really like this wallpaper. I said, yeah, I got it off of Amazon. I created those. Everything in here was brown. brown. Carried the white brick up here. And then moving into the bathroom. This is a gigantic, this thing, I can stuff a lot of things in here. I've got all my laundry, screws and whatnot, towels, all the sundry items that you need. Sheets are in the bottom. This is the only place I've attempted to paint, and I got this color up on the wall and went, what are you doing? Are you trying to step back into 1994? Bought a house in 1994, and I painted this room that had been added on to the house, and it had this kind of paneling, as a matter of fact, and I painted it this exact color. Like now. So I've got paint to paint it a different color. Here we have another medicine chest cabinet, full on medicine cabinet. And then I created that. And this is a house toilet, which is really strange to have in an RV. It flushes just like a regular old house toilet. And then over here, I have doggy picture. And then straight across is my tub and shower. And when I walked in here 5 years ago today, well, I bought it, I already knew about the tub. But when I walked in and saw this tub, when he showed me this place, I was shocked. I did not expect a full tub, but yet there it sits. I don't have any hot water, so I take a shower with my portable shower and a bucket, and I can take a complete shower washing my hair and everything with 2 gallons of water. 1 gallon is hot and the other gallon is cold. I love the inserts they've got for your soap and whatnot. And then I put this up. I bought it to use it as a backsplash in my kitchen. And for some reason, I decided I didn't want it in there. And so I put it in here instead. And it lives there. That's where it belonged in the first place. I get all of my shower curtains at Dollar Tree. So we have a closet here. And this thing is multi-purpose, if I do say so. Okay, I gotta share. When I moved in here 5 years ago, I thought I was going to be doing laundry at a laundromat. And I did a couple of times. And then when I brought in somebody else's hair on a washcloth, I went, no, we're done. We're done. So I bought a little washer that you wash the clothes in one side and you spun them on the other side. And it was very physical. I had to dump water. I mean, it was amazing the work it took to do laundry in this house when I first moved in and bought that machine. I've gone through a lot of changes in the 5 years since I've been here, not only with all of everything you're seeing that's new and different, but in my spirit and my physical body, everything in me has completely changed. See the silver shiny, that back there? Yeah, well, when you live in an RV, there is no insulation. So you have to create your own. That's my own. These are all the winter coats right there. That is my laundry basket. That's my hanger. This is my new washer that I got after my other washer finally died. And that is my mop. And that's all that I can fit in that closet. Praise God. This is looking down. I love having 3 levels in my house. I just love it. So spiritually, I mean, the changes in me are amazing. When I walked through that front door 5 years ago, you were looking at the most negative person on the planet. I mean, I couldn't even stand myself. Well, then 5 years later, you were looking at the most positive person on the planet. I absolutely love myself. I do. So let's head into the bedroom. But first, let me show you. That's one full length of mirror right there. And then we step into the bedroom and we have another one right here. This is my favorite room in the house. I love my bedroom. I finally have a bedroom that when I come in here at night, I feel cozy, I feel safe, I feel loved by God. There's just something about this bedroom that I just absolutely love it. So Peanut's bed is right over here. That's my dryer that I can't even believe I can have in my RV. Praise God, I get to wash and dry my clothes in my house. I cannot physically stand up in this room because the ceiling is extraordinarily short. 54 inches from the top to the floor right here. But I have gotten real used to maneuvering my way. Now, 5 years ago, I hope I have the pictures. I hope I can find them. Let me come down here. 5 years ago, when I looked at this RV sitting on the lot, there was a queen size box spring and mattress on the floor. And it took up this entire space, wall to wall, except for 6 inches on each side. And there were 2 itty bitty tiny TV stands, one over here and one over there. But the bed took up this whole floor. I didn't even know this step was here because it covered the entire floor. So when I moved in, I had an air bed and I kept the air bed going this way for almost 3 years. I figured that gave me the most room, the most floor space. But when I decided to build this bed, I wanted it to go long ways. And I'm so glad that I did because it really makes the room feel so much larger. And this is a normal twin. Okay, so we come upstairs, which I absolutely love to do. I love climbing stairs, even though it kills my hips. I love it. My storage is up here. In there is camera gear. What else is in here? Oh, I changed out all of my pulls on all of this, and of course I incorporated this wallpaper everywhere in the house. But yeah, I've got, I don't have insulation in this cabinet, but I do in the one downstairs. But it's pretty deep, but it curves, so you can't put things that slide straight back that are tall because they won't go all the way back. But there's enough storage up there for all kinds of goodies. So this is Peanut's bed. That's where he sleeps. He loves it. He's in bed because he goes to bed at 5 p.m. I first did this wallpaper in here, and I loved it with the brick. And then when I bought the new wallpaper, I finished it off with this in here, and you know what? It works. It absolutely works, and it feels so country and cottagey and cozy. And there's my other fireplace. I just put a TV up here about a year ago or 2 years ago maybe. So for 3 years I didn't have a screen up here. I created that right there. And then I have accordion doors that close right here, close off the bedroom, and there's another accordion door in the hallway over here, right over there. That closes off the kitchen. And moving over here, I bought this plant holder. It's flat on the back, and I absolutely love it. There's little lights in it, but they're dead right now. But that's a fake plant. And then I've got ivy leaves going this way over here. I hope you enjoyed that, the tour of my home. I'm so happy here. I'm so grateful to be here. I thank God every single day for this place, because the circumstances that He did to get me in here were amazing, and it involved a lot of people working on my behalf just to get me alone so He could work on my soul and teach me what He needed to teach me. And I have been a sponge. I have been a sponge. The first 6 months I was in here, nothing happened. I'm like, God, I know you put me here. Why did you put me here? Why am I here? What are we doing here? I hated being negative. And finally, just one day in the kitchen, I just said, I'm done. I can't. I'm done. I'm yours. Whatever you want to do with me, have at it. And it's the most freeing thing I ever did. And it was after that that the roller coaster began of my spiritual awakening. This house it has created such a metamorphosis in me. That's why I call it the cocoon. That's why I wrote the book and named it The Cocoon. I probably should have named it My Cocoon, but I named it The Cocoon because what He has done for me in this place has been nothing short of miraculous. On top of that, I love my home. No matter what goes wrong with it, no matter what falls apart, and believe me, in this 1981 carriage, when I first moved in, He gave me a couple of years grace. Everything worked perfectly. The furnace worked perfectly. Everything worked perfectly. And then all of a sudden, stuff started happening. My furnace died. Trying to get that kind of a replacement was very expensive and very time consuming, and trying to find the right person to do it, and living in the middle of nowhere. And the Mr. Heater thing ended up being the answer, and it ended up not being the answer. Electric heat ended up being the answer. I'm willing to pay the electric bill over swimming in my house. And then my hot water heater went out. I've had leaks under every single sink in my house. Replaced faucets, every faucet except the shower faucet since I've moved in, and still had leaks. And right now, the faucet in the kitchen is loose. And in order to tighten it, the whole sink has to come out of there. And I have not been in the mood to do it. I've been waiting for it to get warmer so I can get under the sink, or have Tommy get under the sink and take all the screws out. We got to pull the whole sink off, because why? Where the big huge bolt that goes around the faucet to hold it into place, why it's loose, I don't know. Because our hands are weak. We can't make things tight. Can't get any tool around that without taking the whole sink out. The sink is too close to it, so you can't even get one of the faucet thingies up in there and turn it and all of that happy stuff. So yeah, so we have had our issues. But I want to say this, when I talk about my physical body, that's also completely changed. When I moved in here, I was flabby. I was working out the PT exercises given to me after I had surgery, but I had been extraordinarily overweight for a really long time. I mean, a long time. Almost 20 years. I was in the 200s. It was bad. And I hated being in that body because I wasn't used to that kind of body. I'd always been real thin. And then all of a sudden, bam, just heavy, 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 heavy. And I couldn't lose the weight. And it was it was such an uphill battle. Well, God puts me in this trailer, and within 2 months, I'm not joking, I was already down to like, I think 145 when I moved in here. So I'd been working on it. But within 2 months after I moved in here, I was down to 108 pounds and didn't even know it. I was moving so much, awnings in and out all day, putting things away, moving furniture around, everything that I was doing to make this into a home. And the weight was just, it was just falling off of me. And I felt great, full of energy. I mean, just all over the place, just all over the place, just enjoying life. And one day I felt myself and went, whoa, 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 whoa. Where'd your body go, girl? What happened? I really, truly didn't know. I had no clue. And then I thought, maybe I should weigh myself, because the last time I had weighed was in March, and we're now in June or something like that, April, May, June, somewhere in there. And I get on the scale in my house and I weighed myself 3 times because I couldn't believe what I saw. It said 108. And I went, that doesn't even compute, 108. But yet my clothes were a testimony to the 108. They were falling off of me. I had to go buy really dinky clothing. And for me, that was like, whoa, a size 6? Are you kidding me? I was, yeah, yeah. I sat here on the bed, not this bed, but my air bed that faced the other way. And I said, well, I feel great. I don't think I'm dying. I don't think I've got the big you know what. And I've totally changed the way I ate. I was eating totally vegan, everything home cooked, nothing, none of that outside stuff. So I said to myself, if you get down to 100 pounds, you'll go see a doctor. Well, for some crazy reason, once I weighed myself, it stopped. I stopped losing the weight, and things started slowing down around me. I don't know what I weigh now. I'm probably 130. I'm putting weight back on, but slowly, slowly, slowly. I try to work out every day. I try to keep myself as thin as I possibly can because I don't ever want to be there again. I hated being in that body. Thank you for watching my vlog today. All right, see you later.